Yo, what's good, YouTube? And today I'm going to be giving y'all my predictions for NC State's 2026 season. Coming into last year, people were expecting NC State to take a bit of a step forward, especially on the defensive side of the ball. As the year before, they were simply terrible at times when it came to facing good offenses like Tennessee and Clemson. The Wolfpack had an explosive offense with C.J. Bailey and Hollywood Smothers returning and Dave Doran continuing to implement his great offensive schemes on these young players. To begin the year, the Wolfpack started off fine, going 3-0, and even beating a team that made the conference championship game in Virginia. They then proceeded to lose to eventual ACC champs Duke, and they lost to a bad Virginia Tech team at home. That, in my opinion, firmly put Dave Doran on a hot seat because as the head coach of this great football program, losing games like the one against VT was simply unacceptable. They then lost two more games before having an explosive game against undefeated Georgia Tech, or now this will be explained in another video, but this game kind of proved to me why I think NC State football could be elite. They ended up going 8-5, and this year they lost a lot of good players, especially in the receiver room and the offensive line. So Dave Doran had to make up for that by bringing in pieces like Hunter Province and Josiah Schrader. In order for this team to improve and truly be breakout contenders like I think they can be, this defense really has to improve. As on occasions like against Miami, Georgia Tech, Duke, and more, this team can simply not stop the other team from scoring in the end zone. And that, of course, has to change if NC State wants to somehow be something again. Taking a look at their schedule, they have to go to Virginia on week 0, and they have to go to Vanderbilt. But in conference play, it shouldn't be too bad because they only have to play Louisville and Cal. Starting off with week 0, I think the Wolfpack go to Charlottesville and lose this game closely before going on a bye. They then have Richmond at home and win that game before going to a worsened Vanderbilt team and losing that game closely. They then play a downgraded App State team and win with ease before hosting conference contender and losing that game. Conference contender Louisville and losing that game. So far, they're 2-3, and Dave Doran is probably on the hot seat again. But this is where I think they start to go crazy. They then play the Demon Deacons at home and win in a shootout before going on their second bye. Going out their second bye, they go to Stanford and obliterate them before coming back home and beating a ranked Cal team with ease. They then play a downgraded Duke team and win with minimal effort. They'll then beat Syracuse in another random shootout before going back on the road to Tallahassee and winning that game closely. They then wrap up the year at their biggest football rival in North Carolina and win that game with ease. I think NC State goes 9-3 and its program is on an upward trend.